all your rail lines, your downtown line, circle line, no, there's a Jurong regional line, all these other lines, right, happened in the wake of 2011.
So they learn a lot of things.
They learn. Right? So, can you imagine, like, for example, okay, you are not familiar, okay, we are not so familiar with the west side, but Jurong East used to be fucking crowded because if you wanted to go north, right, if you wanted to go up, right, to Sembawang, Yishun, whatever, everyone from Pioneer all the way till like perhaps Queenstown
would take to Jurong East.
Go to Jurong East, then go up. Because there's no other line before the circle line. Right? So like it was very overburdened. The first new line that was built was the Northeast line, but that was like years ago. Right? The circle line was the second one. So infrastructure just didn't keep up. So people were very pissed off. So when your daily quality of life has degraded to such a point, you're going to make a lot of noise, you're going to start voting opposition. Right? GST was going up, like so many things went wrong. Right? So the PP just got fucked in 2011. Okay?
60.14.
60.14, yeah. Okay? 60%. Lowest popular vote ever, like the PP had never gotten below 65% before. A lot of the time in the high 60s. So they are always very popular. Housing prices started shooting up through the roof because there was a lot of demand. Because if you are having a lot of immigrants, you are also giving out PRs and citizenships for free, easily. You take citizen, you take PIC, you take PIC, right? You become PR. They all can buy flats, resale flats.
And rental also.
And rental not so much lah, but yes, it did contribute. But they can buy flats means the price of resale shot up. Price of resale shoot up, it has an effect on BTO prices. BTO prices pegged to market rate. They peg to market rate, then they subsidize. That's how BTO prices work. So if resale prices start going up, BTO prices start going up, new citizens start balloting for BTO, die. Cannot get BTO. Cause BTO not being built fast enough. People pregnant, giving birth already, still no house.
So the cooling measures was also after 20.
Correct.
The what?
Cooling measures. Right?
4-year wait at the point in time for BTO.
4-year wait for BTO. Siao.
Though to be fair, even now, unless you're willing to stay in Punggol,
If you really want to, you can get BTO very quickly lah. But your area not ideal lah. Right? Not your choice lah.
Punggol
Jurong also have BTO.
no, but you want to stay in Punggol and Jurong, right?
You know, Jurong not so bad lah.
What's wrong with Punggol?
Yeah.
Punggol is trash, bro.
It's just far from anything.
It's just far from everything.
It's far, and the transport.
I live in Pasir Ris.
Yeah. You're stuck
Oh
with-
yeah, to be fair, Pasir Ris already sucks.
Yeah.
So, but the Punggol property prices will go up lah.
Yeah.
Quite developed recently. I saw the.
It's just HDBs and more HDBs.
And one more.
I cried the Punggol Park.
The parks are nice, but there's nothing else other than that.
So post 2011, right, they made massive changes. The first of which was shifting, if I'm not mistaken, Kowloon 1 to housing. Kowloon 1 is viewed as a problem solver.
Yeah. That's
Right?
why they put him in transport as well.
In
right?
transport. The funny thing is apparently changes in housing were starting to happen before 2011, lah. But Kowloon 1 got the credit for it. Apparently, this is what I was told. Anyway, so massive changes were made. The government changed in tone, like completely. If I remember correctly, it was in 2011 that Lee Hsien Loong literally in a rally, right, say sorry to Singaporeans, please, sorry, forgive me, we have messed up. Like,
Wow.
yeah, which you have never heard in Lee Kuan Yew's era.
Because Lee Kuan Yew was always like, I'm right.
Yeah, like fuck you, you must better listen to me, okay? I know better. Lee Hsien Loong was that was a clear turning point in the tone of the PAP. So that was 2011. 2015, PAP strikes back. Massive changes in terms of tone, in terms of policies. So that's when a lot of the changes in terms of their policies started showing effect, right? With regards to housing, infrastructure, still improving, but not as bad as 2009, 2010, 2011 were terrible. Also, like the use of social media and their online strategy, online marketing, they started doing a much better job of engaging. That's why Lee Hsien Loong seems very cool on Facebook.
Yeah.
You need to follow him.
Does he?
Yeah.
He's damn active on Facebook, Instagram, and very cool.
He definitely
Very
has some
cool.
manager. Like,
Yeah. I mean, he does a lot of posting himself, but he was trained to do so lah, right? Because
That's why he replied Carrie's. That's why when Carrie's mother complained that my training go too late, he responded, right?
He responded. Oh my god.
Yeah, the 8 call up TP management. That's why I got fucked because Carrie's write the Facebook message. The mother write Facebook message to Lee Hsien Loong.
Oh my god.
huh?
So the one is just
The
crazy.
mother fucking one guy one.
That's crazy. Just me.
Yeah, mother wrote Facebook message to Lee Hsien Loong to complain about TP training in one of the 8's read.
Oh my
they had
god.
A friend here, so he just.
Wow, okay. So they started engaging a lot more on the ground. So okay, policies changed, right? So obviously more flats, they introduced cooling measures, they changed infrastructure networks, they massively reduced the number of immigrants, and they started making restrictions, quotas.
It's so very hard to hire foreigners.
Very hard to hire foreigners now. Started introducing a whole swath of measures because suddenly, if you're on a drug, right, companies were on a drug essentially. The drug was cheap labor, right, and suddenly it was cut off. So companies were like, wow, fuck, like withdrawal. So the government said never mind. They threw money at the problem. They gave a fuck ton of grants for productivity. Okay, it was literally called your PIC, Productivity Innovation Credit or something like that, right? So there were a lot of changes made to the labor market, housing.
Skillshare thing also
Sorry?
came about after 2011.
Is this the
Skillshare or the like skills upgrade?
Correct.
Question, I heard this conspiracy somewhere, I can't remember where. There was talk that the PAP agreed to reduce immigration, but in a particularly stupid way so that to prove a point that opposition is fucked up. So, like, I mean, there are a number of issues with the. So, to my knowledge, there are two things that are fucked up about the quotas. One is SMC, particularly in the tech sector, because local don't have talent. Two, this one is the personal, our friends we know. The university give out a lot of tuition grants. Then after the student graduate,
Cannot find
they
job.
cannot find job. Then they go back without paying back their loan.
So this is an example of like policies changing and not adapting, not going in sync with one another. Right? In the same vein that in the early 2000s, immigration was high, right? Population started increasing massively, but everything else did not catch up. Right? But the reductions, the cutbacks in immigration and the quotas implemented were knee-jerk reactions. So you notice in the past, right? If government says something is right, it's good for economy, you shut up and you follow. Right? Now they actually listen to the people a bit more. If people not happy, then they will change, right? So there was a knee-jerk reaction to it. So a lot of those issues were resolved. They had things like there were a lot more. I can't remember what's the term for it. Through reach, there were conversations on the ground, different conversations. There was a term for it. I can't remember. There was a name. It was supposed to be programmed to have like grassroots talks everywhere. No. There was a specific program. I can't remember what's the name for it. Another thing that I forgot to mention. So in 2011, right? You're wondering, how can it be, right, that people are getting more and more pissed off, but the PAP did not know until the 2011 election, and literally the PAP did not know. The top leadership did not know that people were that pissed off. Part of it was due to grassroots leaders on the ground not conveying information to higher ups.
For fear?
So there was something very fucked up about the command chain and like the chain of information. They will just tell the minister or MP, yeah, no problem, nothing. It's all okay, everyone happy, blah blah blah. Because you want to make it seem as though everything is okay, right? So you are doing a good job. is the same problems that happen in companies happen with the PAP, right? So there were of course accusations of politicians not being out of touch with the ground, and that's true. They were out of touch. So again, post 2011, MPs, ministers really go on the ground and talk to people themselves. Go and find out what's going on. There was a lot more of an effort to connect with people.
Actually, 2015, I think opposition was out of touch.
Yeah. Right? So there was a massive change in political strategy. Also, some things, 2015 they chose to have election, to call it a bit early because the last election was 2014, right? So it's like 4-year gap. In a way, it's probably true to capitalize on Lee Kuan Yew's death, right? The 50th anniversary, and to capitalize on nationalist sentiment. You might say it's fucked up, but it's political strategy. Let's be honest. Okay, it's not as if the political parties in the West are immune from doing this sort of shit. They do worse, far worse, right? So that was good in the sense all these things culminated in them winning 70% of the vote. Okay, moving forward, it's hard to say what are the challenges with regards to politics and the PAP. One of which is the 4G leadership. So the 4G leadership, it was a process that started in 2011. Okay, so that was where Heng Swee Keat, Chan Chun Sing, what else was prominent? What else are the ministers?